The world of film funding as Bollywood looks towards fresher options for investing in their mega projects. Today we venture into the world of venture capital and find out just how India's film industry is attracting investment from newer avenues in the country.
Extravagant sets, exotic locales, and exorbitant star fees. These are just a few components of an ever-rising cost of production in India, despite an inflated economy. For a nation that is obsessed with cinema, the increasing production costs of films could restrict filmdom's movements and eventually dampen the mood at the box office. But fresher options for film financing in India might just save the day.
A fund put together by some person or a bank, it could be a bank, it could be a person, it could be a group of persons, wherein like-minded high net worth individuals are approached or corporates are approached, and they all contribute to a common kitty, and then you have a huge fund of maybe 100 crore, 200 crore, 50 crore, 500 crore, whatever the amount. And then those funds, they are proper registered bodies, like Cinema Capital is a registered body, and then those funds approach producers and share in the equity of a film.
India, there is no real different category for film funds. So under the legal and statutory structure, you have to apply as a venture capital fund to SEBI. And within that gambit, you can actually give your mandate or focus that you will be investing in the film entertainment business, and through that you are actually allowed to then go out and raise money from HNIs or investors to pool up, a bunch of investments.
Being the largest filmmaking nation in the world, India produces an average of 1,000 films in a year. And for any industry of this scale, delivering more and more products each year, a constant and even flow of capital is not only essential but imperative. In 2007, the revenue of the Indian film industry stood at $2 billion and reached $2.2 billion in 2008. But since then, the industry revenues have been suffering from negative growth. Grossing $1.9 billion in 2011, this year the total revenue collection is estimated to reach $2.1 billion. This negative pattern of growth can not only be attributed to increasing production costs of films, but also to the monopoly of a handful of big production houses in the market. These developments have paved the way for a need of better, more organized funding options to ease production costs for films. Of the many revenue streams like private finance, promoter equity and institutional debt, the newest and most exciting option seems to be that of venture capital or film fund.
Film industry in India, you can say it's just 50, 60, 70 years old, 80 years old. But the corporatization is only a decade and a few years. So it's very immature in that sense as a corporate industry, unlike Hollywood, which has had a corporate structure of 50, 60 years. It's early how we used to get funded. We used to have private rich families, used to fund, or there were large producers who had internal accruals, used to fund, through their own profits. But eventually the business is becoming bigger than that. It's no longer a mom and pop shop. It started having much larger requirements for capital. When an industry reaches that, then you require outside funding, and you require outside organized and institutionalized funding. So there was an opportunity for funds to come in and kind of help the growth even more.
These funds essentially facilitate investment from institutions, individuals, and other non-film industry revenue sources in films. Backing film production costs, prints, and promotion are some of the ways in which these funds help raise capital for films. Film funds first came to India in 2010 when the Cinema Capital Venture Fund and Vistar Religare Film Fund registered with the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. Together, these funds have a corpus of 350 crore rupees and have helped fund films like Arakshan in 2011, Abhishek Bachchan and Ajay Devgan starrer Bol Bachchan, and the upcoming Salman Khan starrer Dabangg 2.
Industry is slowly opening up, and it's not yet understood what is the real motive for film funds, and why I think it's very important for them to understand that they should encourage film funds, they should ensure that this sort of outside investment which is coming in is encouraged, has decent returns, has good returns, because this really is the building block of lots of international finance, lots of Indian money, of family offices, pension funds, all want to come in here. And only if the first 3-4 funds can show the light, I'm not saying it's just us, but the pioneers will have to show that it's a sustainable model. It's not something which is unsustainable. Our role is not to be to promote different sort of films. Our role is purely to try to get maximum returns for our investors and minimize the risk which we can do for them in investments. And currently the independent system does not make it a feasible argument for me or my team to actually invest in these.
These avenues apart, there is also a new film fund in the market promoted by Dar Media, a subsidiary of the investment advisory group Dar Capital and Mentor Cap Management, an Indian investment advisory firm. This is the first fund to get a nod under the Alternate Investments Funds norm by the market regulator. AIFs are funds that pool in both local and overseas capital and invest according to a stated policy.
We are very choosy and selective about who we would like to even show the fund document to, because this is a very special fund. It is not something that people have seen. There have been occasions in the past when people have not been able to put a fund of this kind together and make it fly. We already have a whole slate of excellent films into which the fund can invest. The GPs have already invested in the projects which will be part of the fund's activity.
So the Dar Mentor 100 crore rupee fund will only have 4 to 5 investors for the entire fund and will offer an interest rate of return or IRR of 30% per annum. It aims at investing in films with a budget between 4 to 30 crore rupees but does not plan on overtaking the complete production cost of the film. Hollywood, on the other hand, is a whole different ballgame. Film financing in Hollywood started way back in 1990. When corporates like News Corp and Time Warner purchased major Hollywood film studios and pressured them into working with strict budgets. It was also a time when the Wall Street witnessed a sluggish stock market and people looked to diversify their revenue interests, thus giving birth to film funds in Hollywood. So films like The Devil Wears Prada, Avatar, and the mega blockbuster The Dark Knight have also been funded by venture capital or film funds.
Be it in the East or in the West, film funds or venture capital seem to be a viable option for the film fraternity. It's only in India that this option is fairly new and a little less exercised, which could be because of the smaller risk appetite of investors or the lack of faith amongst filmmakers. But film funds are definitely trending in B-Town and could spell good fortune for the industry.